The drought had killed the fields, and now it was killing the tribe. They gathered under the burning sky, hollow-eyed and desperate.
The spirits have spoken. This boy poisoned the land with his growing ways. He must answer for this.
Chief Tharn stood motionless, his scarred face a mask of stone. He was the law, but Kai was his blood.
You should have stayed a hunter. Boy, playing in the dirt has brought us nothing but hunger.
They're scared. Scared people need someone to blame. I can't let this end like my last life. Enough. I did what I did to save us. If the spirits are angry, then let them test me themselves.
A trial then. You will face the darkness of the sacred cave. Come out alive, and the spirits will have absolved you.
The sacred cave. No one has ever come out. But I've died before. I can do this.
But the boy who stood before them was not just a farmer. He carried a secret buried deeper than any root. To understand how Kai brought the tribe to this edge, you must first see how he arrived, tiny and helpless, in a world of stone and hunger. A newborn's cry split the cave's silence. Mira clutched the tiny form, her own ribs sharp beneath her worn hide.
This body is so weak, but I remember everything. The drought that killed me, the seeds I once knew.
Hush, little spark. There is no food. The hunters return with empty hands.
The babe's mind, however, was not empty. It was a library of soil and grain, of seasons and survival.
Einkorn, by the river. They ignore it because its grains are small, but I know it's secret.
Mira carried him to the water's edge, his eyes fixed on the golden stalks, a fire kindling behind them.
If I can live long enough, I'll show them. I'll plant a future they can eat.
The vow was a silent scream inside a helpless infant, but it had the weight of a dying world behind it. For now, though, he was just a hungry baby, wailing against the cold. That hunger would fuel the greatest lie the tribe had ever believed, and the greatest gift they would ever receive. 4 winters passed. Kai grew just enough to wander to the river alone, always watching the untouched grain.
Today, while the hunters chase shadows, I will plant a secret for a season.
With a stick and tiny hands, he scratched a patch of soil, dropped the seeds, and covered them with dirt. No one noticed. A full cycle of seasons turned. One day, 4 tall stalks stood where he had knelt, heavy with grain.
It worked. A handful of seeds becomes a meal. Now to show her.
In the cave, he crushed the grains between stones, mixed them with water, and held the paste out to Mira with trembling hands.
Mother, I had a dream. The earth showed me how to make this. Eat.
A dream. It is. It fills the belly like nothing else. How can this be?
She believed. In her eyes, the boy was touched by spirits. He made a note to carry the lie carefully.
One seed of truth and a field of faith. Now I must grow this field, one stalk at a time.
Year after year, Kai expanded his secret garden. The tribe watched with suspicion, but the empty bellies listened.
Save the plumpest heads. Plant only those. The grain will grow stronger each season.
Under his small direction, the river's edge became a patchwork of ordered fields. Then he showed them how to dig channels from the stream.
The water must flow gently, not wash the soil away. Line the ditches with clay.
They carved the earth and lined pits with clay, storing grain through the winter. That year, no child died of hunger.
This is more than a dream, my son. You have given us life.
Chief Tharn stood at the edge of the field, his silence heavier than any cheer. He saw the harvest and then looked at his son.
He speaks with the ground. The spirits whisper through him. We shall call him the one who speaks with the ground.
They look at me like I am a spirit myself, but I am just a man who remembers. The weight of their faith is crushing.
And so the lie took root, deeper than any crop. The tribe flourished, and Kai's burden grew, a god in the making, with a secret that could destroy them all. Now, The river was a thin vein of mud, and the fields Kai had built were cracking under a sky that refused to weep.
The soil remembers my old life's drought. But this time, I can't just die. I have to save them all.
As the tribe's bellies tightened, Elder Orin danced before the flames, his voice a reedy promise of divine wrath.
The spirits reject these twisted plants. The boy has poisoned the earth with his ways. Let the hunters hunt as our fathers did.
You promised us full bellies, speaker of the ground. Instead, you've made us weak. A true man hunts, not grovels in dirt.
The elders speak of a blood offering, Kai. If the sky does not soften, they will demand a sacrifice. Even your words may not shield you.
A blood offering. They mean me. I need more time, but the sky gives nothing, and the ground holds no mercy.
Each night, the tribe gathered around dying embers, their hope fading with the river. The tribe was splitting like dry earth, half clinging to the old gods, half staring at the boy who held their future.
I am no god, but if I fail now, their faith won't just kill me. It will bury every seed I ever planted.
Kai dug until his hands bled, deepening the channels and hacking at the stubborn earth, but the water remained a promise the sky would not keep.
The ground hides secrets. In my old life, we found water far beneath, if I can sense where the roots drink.
He scratched maps onto bark, recalling the flow of unseen aquifers, but each plan demanded tools and time they did not have.
The elders will not wait much longer. Orin stirs the fires and the hungry bellies listen. You have 3 sunsets, my son.
3 sunsets. After a lifetime of knowledge, it comes down to 3 impossible dawns.
That night, Orin's chants echoed through the camp, feeding the tribe's fear. The circle of elders watched the flames with hollow eyes.
If I can prove there is hidden water, they might stay their hand. But where to begin cutting?
He worked through the moonlit hours, tracing veins of green growth and animal tracks, searching for any sign of a spring.
The soil whispers if you listen. But I need more ears. Perhaps the hunters can be these ears, if I can make them see.
The camp woke to find their prophet gone, his mat empty. The hunt for water had become a hunt for survival, and the drums were already beating.
There he is. The spirit talker crawls back from his dirt. Did the ground finally answer you, boy?
Better than your spear has in a season. I found a path. A trail to hidden water.
Water where? You speak in riddles and dreams, not in the language of men who sweat.
He needs proof. Something he can believe with his eyes, not just his ears. Then sweat with me. Come with me to the great forest. If we find nothing, I will face the Elder's fire myself.
Enough. Torik, you and 2 hunters will follow my son. Bring back water or bring back nothing, but do not return without trying.
So, an unlikely party formed. The prophet, the skeptic, and 2 silent hunters, their spears ready for beast or betrayal.
This forest holds more than water. It holds my trial. I must read every tree, every shadow, or they will leave me for the wolves.
We walk in circles, dirt talker. This is not hunting. This is wandering.
Feel the air. It's heavier here. The moss grows thick. There is water, and we are close.
A sudden silence fell over the forest, the kind that precedes teeth and claws.
Don't move. There, in the shadows, Saber-tooth.
The great cat lunged from the gloom, all fang and muscle. Spears rose too late. Kai's warning, however, gave Torik a heartbeat. His spear found the beast's chest as it sprang.
You may be no hunter, but your eyes are sharp. I'll give you that.
Not just my eyes. Years of reading tracks and signs, but let him think it's instinct.
The spring found them soon after, a crystal pool in a rocky glade, guarded by ancient oaks.
This is it. Enough water to save the tribe.
But movement in the undergrowth froze his blood. Markings on the trees, scout symbols of a rival clan.
They have claimed this water. We are not alone.
The expedition returned with word of a spring, but also rivals. Kai proposed an aqueduct of hollowed logs.
Hollow logs, raised on supports. The spring water will flow straight to our fields.
The tribe worked with desperate energy, carving and lashing, the frame rising.
If this works, my power dies. I must stop it.
At night, a shadow crept to the structure. A rope was cut, a peg loosened. Morning broke, and with it the aqueduct. A worker fell, crushed by the collapse.
This is your doing. Your cursed structure has killed. The spirits demand we destroy it.
That break was no accident. Orin sabotaged it. He'd kill us all to keep control.
Fear curdled the tribe's hope. They looked at Kai as if he were a stranger.
I trusted you. Now a man lies dead. Tell me you are not to blame. The spirits will judge. Into the sacred cave he goes, or his blood stains this earth now. Kai, I cannot defy the elders. Go, and may the old ones see the truth.
Torch in hand, Kai stepped into the black maw of the cave, the tribe's chants dying behind him.
Cold as the grave. But I've been buried before. I can do this.
His flame licked ancient walls, revealing paintings of fields and suns, older than any memory.
These aren't just pictures. Someone else knew how to farm. I am not the first.
In a crevice, he found a small clay pot, its seal unbroken. Inside, a seed unlike any he knew.
This seed, it's a message from the past, and it will be my salvation.
When he emerged, the pot held high, the tribe fell silent. Orin's face was a mask of fury.
The spirits showed me a forgotten gift. This seed will grow where no plant can. We are saved.
A sigh of awe swept through the tribe. The boy who spoke with the ground had returned with a miracle from the deep.
This is trickery. A seed cannot be our salvation.
Every word I speak buries me deeper in this deception, but their belief is the only water we have.
The spirits have spoken through my son. We will plant this gift and rebuild the water path. Let none defy it.
Orin's voice was swallowed by the roar of renewed faith. His staff shook in his grip. The tribe threw themselves into the work, their despair replaced by a brittle, fervent hope.
You have won this round, boy, but I know the old ways. The spirits do not suffer impostors forever.
I have become the very thing I once despised, a manipulator of minds. But if it saves them, I will bear this sin.
Kai watched the aqueduct rise again, his heart a battleground of triumph and self-loathing. In the shadows, Orin drew his cloak tighter. The war was not over. It had only changed shape. The days of labor blurred together, each log lashed tighter than the last. Kai slept little, inspecting every joint. Then, on a morning heavy with expectation, the water came. A silver thread that grew to a roaring stream, pouring onto the thirsty earth.
It flows. Against all sabotage and doubt, the water bends to my will. But my will is built on bones and lies.
You have done it, my son. You have made the dead land drink. I see the old chief's spirit in you.
The crops that survived stood a little taller. The tribe felt their bellies full for the first time in a season. Their prayers now went to Kai.
Every grateful look is a chain. They love a fiction. If they ever saw the man behind the mask, this water would turn to ash.
A temporary victory. The spirits do not reward a thief of knowledge. I will bide my time.
While the tribe feasted, Orin gathered his few remaining loyalists, those who feared the old ways were dying.
The false prophet sleeps under the chief's protection. But the night is long, and my knife is sharp. Soon, they will see him bleed.
The feast's firelight did not reach the plot being born in the cold shadows outside the camp. A storm lashed the camp as Orin slipped toward Kai's bed of furs, a flint knife glinting in each flash of lightning.
Kai, wake. The shaman comes with death.
Kai rolled aside as the knife struck furs. He faced Orin, the fire rekindled between them.
You murdered a man before. Now you try to spill my blood, old fool.
You are no spirit. You are a liar who has stolen my power. The tribe will see your bones.
I could end him now. No one would question it. But I am not a killer. I am a farmer. I will not kill you. But you are poison to this tribe. Take your knife and walk into the storm. Never return.
You are a fool. But hear this curse. They will see you bleed one day. And when they do, they will know you are just a mortal.
Orin vanished into the screaming wind, his curse hanging heavier than the rain.
They will see you bleed. That curse will follow me like a shadow, but shadows can be outrun.
A small harvest was gathered, and the tribe held a ceremony under the fading sun. They brought Kai the first sheaf, their knees bending in unison.
The ground has not abandoned us. Take this first fruit, speaker. Bless it, so our fields may never again run dry.
Now is the moment. I could tell them the truth, that I am just a man with old memories. But look at their eyes.
In their upturned faces, he saw only desperate hope. Shattering that illusion would be a cruelty graver than the lie he carried.
If I am to be their god, then let this blessing be a promise, not a lie. I will carry them on my mortal back. I bless this harvest. May the ground forever yield its fruit for our people. Let no winter starve us again.
The sheaf felt like forged chains in his hands, but the tribe's roar of joy drowned his silent scream.
The curse echoes. Someday they will see me bleed, but not today. Today, I am their god.
The sun dipped below the horizon, and the boy who spoke with the ground stood alone under the weight of a faith he never asked for.
This is the path I have chosen. May it lead them to life, even if it consumes me. I gave them a blessing built on lies. The weight of it is crushing.
A heavy hand fell on his shoulder. Tharn had followed the silence.
I have watched you, my son, since you were small. I always knew your dreams were not of spirits.
Then why did you let me lie? Why did you not stop me?
Because my father died with an empty belly, and your lies filled the bellies of our children. You are the heart of this tribe, god or not.
He has known, and still he protects me. It is not absolution, but it is something.
Now come. You are our pillar, and pillars do not break in the dark.
The moment of solace was short-lived. A scout burst into the camp, breathless with dire news.
Chief, a war party approaches from the west. The Wolf Clan, they seek our fields.
The curse said they would see me bleed. This battle may be the test of that prophecy.
The tribe gathered, fear flickering in their eyes. But Kai stepped forward, his voice steady.
They want our fields? Then let the earth itself fight for us. Every furrow will become a trap.
He knelt and drew in the dirt, a web of channels, spiked pits, and the aqueduct as a weapon.
We flood the lower field to mud. We line the paths with sharpened stakes. When they charge, they'll meet the water we control.
I doubted you once, Speaker. Now I see your fieldcraft is as sharp as any spear.
The tribe worked through the night, their prophet's design turning the peaceful fields into a deadly maze.
I never wanted to turn my knowledge into killing, but this is my home now. I will defend it.
The Wolf Clan will be here by dawn. Fight smart, but fight for the children. No retreat.
The aqueduct groaned as Kai diverted its flow. The water's song, now a war drum.
The sun will rise on blood. If Orin's curse is to be, let it be my blood, not theirs.
The dawn erupted with war cries. The Wolf Clan surged across the plain, straight into the teeth of Kai's deadly fieldcraft. Hidden stakes pierced them. Mud swallowed their feet. The charge shattered into chaos before a single spear was thrown.
It's working. Push them back into the flood channels.
Kai fought, his spear darting between the stalks of grain. Tharn and Torek guarded his flanks like temple pillars. Then, a spear from the chaos, no aim, just fate, found its mark. It tore into Kai's side, and he fell.
The curse. I am bleeding in front of them all. they will see.
The battle froze for a heartbeat. The tribe stared at their bleeding god, Orin's prophecy ringing in the sudden silence.
He bleeds for us. He is no spirit. He is our flesh and bone. Rise and defend your speaker.
A cry broke from the tribe, not of despair but of fury. They surged over Kai, a wall of vengeance that drove the wolf clan back into the dust. The war was won, but Kai lay in the blood-soaked mud, his spirit flickering like a guttering torch. Mira knelt beside Kai, pressing herbs into his wound. Her hands were steady, but her eyes glistened.
He is not a god who cannot bleed. He is a god who bleeds for his people.
The tribe's silence broke into a low murmur, then a chant of his name. But it was not worship. It was gratitude.
They don't see a fallen idol. They see a man who gave everything. This is not the curse's end.
I was wrong, speaker. You are more than any hunter. You are our future.
Rest now, Kai. The tribe will guard you while you heal.
The lie cannot stand. After all this, they deserve the truth. No more masks.
As the sun dipped, Kai's resolve solidified. He would tell them the real story of seeds and a past life.
If they reject me, so be it. But I will not die a deceiver.
The decision settled in his chest, heavier than the wound. Tomorrow, the truth. Tonight, he let himself breathe. At the next harvest celebration, Kai stood before the tribe, his side still bandaged, and raised a hand for silence.
I am not a god. I am a man who lived before, a man who learned the secrets of seeds and soil.
The confession fell like a stone into still water. Murmurs of confusion and anger rippled through the crowd.
He deceived us. Yes, but look at your children's full bellies. The ground does not care where the knowledge came from.
He gave us life when we had only death. That is no lie. That is a miracle of the heart.
I followed a spirit only to find a man, but that man saved us. I will follow him still.
They don't just accept me. They see me. The lie is dead, and I am still alive.
The murmurs shifted. One by one, the tribe knelt, not in worship, but in a pledge to learn. Thus, the boy who spoke with the ground became a teacher, and the tribe became his students.
No more gods. No more secrets. Only seeds, soil, and the hands that plant them.
Through the turning seasons, Kai did not command. He taught. He showed them how to read the soil and test the seeds.
Why did this stalk grow taller? Observe. The soil here was richer. Now you know where to plant next season.
Torek, once the loudest critic, now taught the young hunters to balance spear and sickle. He became Kai's strongest proponent.
They no longer look to me for every answer. They are starting to ask their own questions.
The fields, once a desperate patchwork, became a lush sea of gold. The tribe worked without his hands, yet his spirit guided every furrow.
You have planted not just seeds, but knowledge. The earth will never forget your voice.
I only showed them how to listen. The land wanted to speak long before I arrived.
Day by day, Kai walked the fields as a man, not a miracle. His footsteps were lighter now.
I am no longer a god, and I am no longer alone. I am just Kai, and that is enough.
The tribe had outgrown its need for a single prophet. They had become a people who understood the earth for themselves. Kai walked alone to the riverbank, where his first seed had split the earth. The water ran clear and strong.
This is where it began. A small boy with an old man's memories, planting hope in secret.
He knelt by the stream and scooped a handful of seeds from a pouch at his waist. Opening his fingers, he scattered them into the current. They swirled and vanished like spilled thoughts.
In my old life, I died under a pitiless sun, my knowledge buried with me, but not here.
The memory of that barren field flashed before him, then dissolved into the lush green of the present.
I have given them not just food, but the power to feed themselves. That is a true harvest.
He watched the water carry the seeds downstream, toward the fields his people now tended.
I am no god. I am just a man who remembered, and that is enough.
A gentle smile crossed his face. The river whispered its ancient song, and Kai was, at last, at peace. Years flowed like the river. The small tribe became a thriving village, its fields a sea of gold. By the evening fire, an old woman gathered the children and began to speak of the legend.
They called him the one who spoke with the ground, a boy who dreamed of seeds and fed a starving world.
The children's eyes shone, hearing how the first furrow was cut and the hunger was banished. The next day, a small child, playing near a new field, stumbled upon a half-buried clay pot. Inside, nestled in ancient dust, rested a single seed, a message from the past. The same seed that had started the legend, now resting in a new generation's hands. All across the fields, the legacy of the boy who remembered lived on in every plant, every harvest. The future was not just green, it was alive with the promise that a handful of seeds could outlast any drought. And in that promise, the legend of the agronomist reborn as a god bloomed forever, not in temples, but in the soil.